The monarchies of Russia, Prussia, Austria, and Great Britain, also known as the Quadruple Alliance, finally defeated France. But they were also concerned with it. Agreeing to the restoration of the Bourbon dynasty, the Allies were lenient towards France and gave it the boundaries it possessed in 1792. Along with that, France did not have to pay for any war damages. When the four allies met at the Congress of Vienna, they agreed to raise a number of formidable barriers against the French aggression. In their moderation toward France, the Allies were motivated by self-interest and the traditional ideas about the balance of power. The great powers used the balance of power to settle their own dangerous disputes at the Congress of Vienna. There was a general agreement among the victors that each of them should receive compensations in the form of territory for their successful struggle against the French. Great Britain won and retained colonies and strategic outposts during the war. Austria gave up territories in Belgium and southern Germany, but took in rich provinces in northern Italy, as well as Polish possessions and new lands on the eastern coast of the Adriatic. Russia accepted a small Polish kingdom, and Prussia only took part of Saxony. France lost only a little territory and had to pay an indemnity of 700 million francs, and had to support a large army of occupation for 5 years. The members of the Quadruple Alliance agreed to meet periodically to discuss their common interests and to consider appropriate measures for the maintenance of peace in Europe. This agreement marked the beginning of the European Congress system, which lasted for a long time and settled many crises through international conferences and balance of power diplomacy.
In 1815, under Metternich's leadership, Austria, Prussia, and Russia embarked on a crusade against the ideas and politics of the dual revolution. The first step was the Holy Alliance. In 1820, revolutionaries succeeded in forcing the monarchs of Spain and the southern Italian kingdom of the Two Sicilies to grant liberal constitutions against their wills. In the following years, Metternich continued to battle against liberal change. His policies dominated not only Austria and the Italian peninsula, but also the entire German Confederation, which the peace settlement of Vienna had called into being. It was through the German Confederation that Metternich had the infamous Carlsbad decrees issued in 1819. Metternich's determined defense of the status quo made him a villain in the eyes of most progressive, optimistic historians of the 19th century. The threat of liberalism appeared doubly dangerous to Metternich because it generally went with national aspirations. The idea of national self-determination was repellent to Metternich because it threatened to destroy the Austrian Empire and revolutionize Central Europe. In his efforts to hold back liberalism and nationalism, Metternich was supported by Russia and to a lesser extent by the Ottoman Empire. Only after 1850 did each in turn experience a profound crisis and embark on a program of fundamental reform and modernization.